Hey there, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. Got another edition of these little tips here I got for owning and living with a economy utility trailer. So what we've got here now in the background is the Tounge Jack setup that I've got, and I'm going to show you how I use that, both the Tounge Jack and to change tires and manage some obstacles on the road. So let's get to it. I'll turn around, stand this up, get some information off the jack, and then show you how I use it on this trailer, the way it's configured. There we go, guys. As you can see, we've got the sidewall, the tire here, and the area underneath the jack. It's just about the same. I think for most situations, the jack would work just with the distance we have there and not be an issue, but in the event that we need to get it a little bit higher, I recommend anybody traveling with these travel trailers, utility trailers, have a few pieces of wood with them. I'll show a couple uses for them. So in this case here, we've got a 2x4 we could roll on to with a flat if I need to, just for a little bit more trailer height. That way I know the jack would not be an issue in any terrain. So that's what we've got going on there. I'm about to grab my folding lug wrench because it fits in the trailer box nicely. These aren't bad, but I can tell you from experience, the biggest liability are these screws right here. So running down the road, you rarely use this thing. You can shake the screws loose, and who knows, depending where they end up, the number of years they were rolling around in the toolbox, they could disappear on you. So get a little bit of Loctite and throw it on the hardware there, and it will be a non-issue the day that comes that you need to use it. So that's my little pro tip there for that. I'm going to use two hands here and break these lugs loose. There we have it, just like that. We've got the tire off and the trailer suspended. So I want to take this time now to show you a little bit more. Not only is this a good idea in case of a flat, but the truth be told, I've had more problems with springs on these trailers than I have tires. Come on down here, you can see here's an example of a spring I broke, an example of a replacement spring I've used. I took off this trailer since I've upgraded now to the larger spring. So these ones here are originally 1,000 pound springs, but the fracture always happens at the same point, same place. I've had 3 of these springs break right here, and was looking to avoid that. They don't break every year, but seems like it's maybe every 2 or 3 years I have to deal with a broken spring, and then I end up doing them in pairs and replacing them. Trailer is always a little soft, so what I've done here is I've put a larger spring on here. This is a 2,600 pound spring, and it's longer. So the challenge, you see the old hangers that we've got here, I end up taking a hanger like they had here, but the way the lie worked, to keep the axle in the same place, I ended up installing it or welding it, as you can see, the upright position. And then on the back side here, I just moved a hanger back as well, and it's working out great. I'm really happy with the way the trailer travels. It's stable and doesn't bounce at all. It absolutely is an improvement. I'm not sure I'd want to put over 5,000 pounds of weight on this, but do I go over 2,000 pounds or right on that line? I'm sure I do every once in a while. So this is the example of using this this trailer Tounge Jack is a way to jack up the trailer and deal with issues on site. So I'm going to end this little segment here, but I am going to throw in another little segment on what do you do when the trailer spring breaks on you and you're stuck on the side of the road. All right, here we go, guys. I'm getting in a situation where you got a broken spring. To get me and limp off the highway and get me back to my destination where I can do a safe and better repair, I've done this little tip here. I just take a block of wood, I put it on top of the axle that you got there. I run a pair of straps down through the boards above it, and underneath the axle here, I just pull the axle right up into the bottom of the trailer. Now, all the ratchet straps I have, the ratchets are long enough I have to actually come up and use this block of wood over top to give me enough room, but I cinch it tight up into the trailer, The part of the leaf spring that is still attached helps a little bit with keeping it tracked. The rest of it is me pulling up into the bed, and I've had to use this on 3 separate occasions. Most recently was prior to a spring actually breaking, but there was no strength left in the spring. I had an equal load, and one side was about 2 inches lower than the other side, and that's what prompted me to do this whole spring upgrade. I knew it was only a matter of short time before that spring failed again on me. So hopefully you guys enjoy these tips. I'm going to throw some more pictures in here from what I've done recently on the broken trailer spring management, and hopefully that helps you all out here. Keep clicking them like buttons, hitting the subscribe if you would please, and I'll keep some videos like this out there for you guys living with these small utility trailers.